Oh, what is good? It's your boy. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? Episode, I don't even know what. I want to say we're at 28. We're doing good. We're pushing through. Um, yeah, I just came back from Baltimore. Baltimore, I was told is how you pronounce it. It's almost like Louisville. You drop the T, you add a D, but it's a soft D. Impotent D in Baltimore. And you get it going. Yeah, Baltimore. 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 I was told you mumble it almost. But you know what? A lot of people probably are here trying to see if I'm going to come here and start talking cash shit about Baltimore and the whole city after they took our quarterback from us for the whole year. You know what? Shockingly, pretty nice town. Um, I'm convinced anywhere with a body of water by it can actually spice itself up a little bit. Great fall weather. Everything was good. The food was pretty on point. Um, Overall great. And then the game commenced and they ruined my 2023 football season. But you know what? Everything's fine. You know, we're just going to keep pushing. That's what we've always done. That's what I've always done. Not even attaching myself to just being a Bengals fan. But me as an individual, I just keep pushing, even when it doesn't make sense to. Which is the main justification of even being a Bengals fan. This shit doesn't make sense sometimes. Why does it hurt so much? These are all questions that you can ask yourself over and over again. Being born and raised in Cincinnati and saying, "Hey, I think I'm gonna be a sports fan and have every team that I root for be attached to this city in some sort of way." It's been pretty brutal. But the trips, like the overall view on the tours that I've had that I've set up, you got to kind of just enjoy the city. We're getting a better positive mental attitude regarding the season because it's over football wise. But we're gonna keep. We're now it's a comedy season, and look, hey, guess who's looking good? The Phoenix Suns. We're going NBA. Obviously, I attached most of my teams to Cincinnati, but I was in Phoenix for 15 years, so I took the Suns. And if you're wondering, as far as how it is being a Phoenix Suns fan, it's like exactly the same as being a Bengals fan. This shit looks good for a lot of the season. Looks pretty great, and then when you lose, it's as bad as you can imagine. Whatever the worst possible case scenario that you could lose as a team, the Phoenix Suns do that just as well. It's almost the same team as the Bengals and the Reds and the Bearcats. It's almost the same exact thing. It's remarkable that what a stroke of luck that the other team that I adopted, not from Cincinnati, same shit. Arizona State Sun Devils, we're not even going to talk about them. But it all hurts. So you just gotta take the W's along this route, right? We're doing a comedy tour at the end of the day. I get to tell jokes. You get to go to Baltimore, get to go to towns like that, and you still get to tell these dick jokes in front of people. You know, it wasn't that bad. We hit it pretty hard. I got one of my better friends in the world has a close friend, and through him, we were able to stay in Baltimore for free. Crash with them. They just bought a home in Baltimore in September, which is so random. They're Bostonians, so they're insane people. Um, they get after it just like we do, which is nice. It's nice. Definitely a boozy weekend. Um, Booze was consumed for sure from beginning to end, which is nice. I don't do that as much anymore. So we just kind of got after it. I wasn't hammered drunk on stage, but once we got out off the stage, we proceeded to get boozy. Um, so that was fun. And then they were good people, so I crashed with them. I got into Baltimore like super early. I took a red eye. I was able to walk around the city a little bit. If you've never been, I guess I happened to be in a dope spot. My friends own a place in Fed Hill is what it's called. Doesn't look a lot like things that I've seen on The Wire. It's not. Well, actually, it's funny. It all kind of looks like shit you've seen on The Wire because it's all row housing. I guess the whole city's kind of laid out very comparably, but neighborhood to neighborhood, you see some different clientele. A little bit more riffraff on some of the streets than others. And like Fed Hill is like kind of, I guess, I don't know if it was a gentrification move or it's always been kind of a nice little area, but Um, it's a couple that's in their early 30s ish, buying a home, starting a little life, and it was, you know what, for all those things, I was like, this is kind of dope, and it's affordable. Um, and you're still gonna get murder down the street, and I think that's important. Keep you on your toes. I like a city like that. It is cities like that. It's a little Cincinnati energy too. That's the funny thing about the AFC North. The entire division is kind of these cities that aren't the biggest cities in their state. Well, I guess Cleveland is the biggest city in the state, but whatever the perspective is, and Baltimore is definitely the biggest city in Maryland. So I take that back. But like they're not the biggest cities in the country. Like they're all like the same type of city that's you'd never say in the top 10, 15, 20 even of like cities you should hit up. Now, I would argue Cincinnati is in that top 20. I think it's a great city. I'm obviously extremely biased. Every time I go back there, having not lived there since I was a kid, it's fucking dope. We have a great time. I have been to Cleveland as an adult, and I've tapped into local scenes well enough to know that that city does it's a pretty shitty city for the most part. I will stand by that. You can have fun there, but I would argue with the right approach, you can have fun everywhere. So that's not really saying that much. For the most part, it's a pretty trash place. But there's like charm to it still. Like I'm sure anybody listening to this from Cleveland is like, yo, we can have a good time. And you're not wrong. Pittsburgh, I've never been to. I'm sure it's the same type of thing. Baltimore, I actually was ready to like be unimpressed with it. Very dope. We had a good time. Like I don't know if I would like move there, but I was like, you're trying to see it through the lens of these people that just bought a home there in September. I'm like, you know what? I kind of get it. And if you fucking hate it, sell in a couple years, and it seems like that's a city that, like in that neighborhood that they're at, is probably going to go up. If we're talking, if this turns into a real estate podcast, fucking welcome in, dude. I just learned what REIT is, right? REIT. I actually don't know what that is, but I know that that is a real estate term, and I think they could flip this house for some profit. If I'm just throwing jargon at you, but I rent. I'm just being honest, so I'm not as familiar with this, but it was a city that I was surprisingly impressed with for sure. And then Pittsburgh is kind of the same, but it's all these cities. I guess what I'm saying is there are 4 cities in the AFC North that are all like we're always disrespected. And I say that because I've been out to Cleveland for a pregame. Now I've been to Baltimore. The fan bases, I'm ready to go to Pittsburgh. Those people are not my favorite people in the world, but they're all like they've won 5 championships and they all still feel disrespected. It always feels like that, like chip on your shoulder type mentality from all these cities. And so it is. It's interesting to visit them and like kind of get the feel for these cities and experience it through that lens too, for sure. But it was dope. It was definitely. I'll tell you what it is. That's a black city, for sure. As are all the cities. I don't know Pittsburgh. I guess I never think of Pittsburgh from the outside looking in as a black city, but Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland to a degree. Definitely. I think Cincinnati's like it might not be 50-50, but it's a lot. It's close. In Cincinnati proper. Baltimore, we were in the city proper. We went to a place to get a drink on, had to be Friday night, and it was me and my other 3 friends were all white, and we were 4 of 7 white people in the whole place. And a lot of people are like, damn, you should have turned around and got up out of there. And I'm like, you know what? When you see a place like that, that shit is good. That is phenomenal food. We actually were only there for a drink, but I remember we were talking later, and my buddy's like, we're definitely coming back there. They are cooking with the proper sugar and spices. You know what I mean? And it did look fire. It looked very good. I think it was called Poppy's. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's called Poppy's in Baltimore. And then we did actually, because we were going to another spot we got reservations at, which is called Hirsch's. And randomly in my life, I grew up in Cincinnati down the street. My first home when I was born, or actually I think when I was born, we lived in like a townhome. And then my family bought a home in Montgomery, Ohio, suburb of Cincinnati, right by the Montgomery Inn. Shout out to the Montgomery Inn. My first job that I went no call, no showed on because I was in a fantasy baseball draft as a 16-year-old that I thought was worth my time more than a good paying job. and these are things that I regret. I don't even think I placed in the top 3 that year. I got stuck with fucking early Ryan Braun. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I get that he was good, but I didn't want him. He wasn't a locker room guy for that fantasy team. Could have gone a different route. Maybe I would have rather had Scott Rowland later rounds. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a draft that I should have. I could have missed that draft. Probably done better. Got fired from Montgomery in. Either way, first place I ever lived, Montgomery. Down the street is, you have just neighbor friends, right? And typically, I'm sure, a lot of people that grew up in a kind of standard suburban American neighborhood, you got like this family that maybe had a kid around the same age as you. And so down the street with this kid, Jake Bloom, he was the year between John and I. So I was 86, he was born 85, John was born 84. And then, so that's perfect. And then my parents and their parents were homies. And I've known them my whole life. And there was an older sister involved, Lena. She married some dude that's from Baltimore. And they live in Baltimore. And this dude that she met fucking rocks at cooking. Makes a mean pasta. Can do some things with the pizza oven. And they started a restaurant called Hirsch's. And so we did that, and that was a good meal. That was a good meal. That was after the Bengals played on Thursday, and Joe Burrow news came out Friday. So not only did they lose to get to 5-5 and have a concerning stretch in front of them with an injured Joe Burrow clearly, but you didn't know the ramifications yet. You didn't know the surgery requirements. And then Friday comes along, you get the notification, and you realize that your quarterback is out for the year, and you've got no hope for a Super Bowl this year. And then I was at my lowest, and luckily we had a group of people there that were ready to get fucked up and eat good Italian food. And Hirsch's meal on Friday night. Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional here, but I think it saved my life. No, I'm kidding. But it was good. It was fire. We did like fucking everything. That's my favorite thing too, is to have like 4 people at a dinner, and you realize. And I chimed in early and I said, "Are you guys good with the team approach?" And luckily, there was a couple. The couple that I was staying with, they were both like on board with like kind of attacking everything, getting a bunch of bites, tasting, having 4 people, but let's taste 7 things. And who we getting? We're gonna probably crush most of this food. And if we don't, you guys are getting the leftovers. This is a team win for you guys. That's not even a team win. I'm sacrificing myself for you guys to get this W. So we had like 4 pizzas, and like 2 pastas and some meatballs. Fire. If you ever go to Baltimore, look up Hirsch's. It's in I don't know what it is. Oh, it's in Fed Hill. And we could walk. Baltimore, walkable city. I love a walkable city. I love it. Walked from Fed Hill, where they live, to like downtown to City Hall because I wanted to get eyes on where Clay Davis told Stringer Bell that there was a golden egg with the goose, and then I walked there. I didn't really understand where I was. I don't think that's where they maybe filmed the stuff where Carcetti was getting reprimanded outside of the thing by, Rawls. I don't think that that's where it was. But maybe I was wrong on that. And then I walked from City Hall to this area that had the comedy club, Baltimore, walkable city. I love that. And I felt safe when the sun was up. I felt safe the whole time, actually. I shouldn't say that. I felt safe the whole time. Other than walking into the Baltimore game. That was pretty terrifying stuff. Just to see a flock of Raven fans, they can get pretty intense. But so that meal was a good way to kind of move past emotionally what I was going through. And that's kind of also a way to kind of go to the end of the trip to Baltimore, because if you want to rewind, what had happened was I got there on Wednesday, and we had a show too. I want to give props to the beginning of this weekend too. But I was at the Port Comedy Club. It's a comedic-owned place, independently owned place by a comedian, I should say. Matt Hurley owns the spot. It's a new club. It's about a year old in Baltimore downtown. I keep forgetting the part of town. I want to say it's called Pell's. I don't know. It's a part of town where the Port Comedy Club is. It was popping. I know that much. Fells. That's what it is. Fells Point. And it's like 100-seater. He got me in on a Wednesday. And it was dope. It was cool. It was very fun. The show was I always say this. Look, I want to sell out every show. I'm also not gonna lie to you guys when it doesn't sell out. We got like 30 something people out there. They were there to rock with your boy. It was so fun. I'm always proud of myself when it's not the room isn't packed out. My shows aren't, and you know what? This is more challenging. I'm getting better because of this shit. Look at me flipping things, silver lining playbook. You know what I mean? I don't want sold out shows. I'm from Cincinnati, God damn it. Nothing's easy for this motherfucker. Also, if you could just buy more tickets, just come to shows. But I also didn't think this is a midweek show. It's a Wednesday. People got lives. People got kids, shit like that. So, like, Wednesdays are always tough to do. So I was really proud of the fact that many people came out. They rocked with me. I know a lot of the people didn't know me. They might have just, like, looked me up on, seen that I was at the club, Google my stuff or whatever like that. Or maybe they got one of my Instagram ads and they came to the show. But of the 30 people, like 8 or 9 of them got T-shirts afterwards. So that means you're doing something right. And I appreciate everybody that came out if you're listening to this and you came through and rocked with me. That was a dope-ass night of comedy. We had a lot of fun, and you guys were super supportive afterwards. So I appreciate the love that you guys showed for sure. And definitely I think I'm coming back, too. I also was speaking of the place. We'll be back there at some point next year, so I got to get some dates going for 2024, but that seems like a spot that we're going to line up again. So that's fun, and I'll do like a whole weekend, too. I won't be there on a Wednesday, so it'll be easier for a lot of more people to come out. But, yeah, super fun show. Baltimore was interesting to get to know people there, like, on the crowd work stuff. I was asking kind of about the city versus the county, because I know in The Wire they definitely talk about going after the county. Like one of the kids in season 4, they had an aunt that lived out in the boonies, and it's like a whole different world out there. Because to me, I was like, oh, it's like a suburbs, or it's like how people talk about you live in the city, you live in the suburbs, right? Like Montgomery, where I grew up, it's not city, live in Cincinnati, but it's a fucking 15-minute drive, but it's not like the city. But we never called that the county. They got weird verbiage in Maryland. I know that much. That's what I've definitely noticed. And, the county's like the fucking sticks, though, which is crazy because, like, Baltimore is such a city, and then down the way is D.C. is not very far, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But once you're out in the county, like, I was talking to this dude in the front row. He's like, yeah, at 12 years old, I learned how to start a tractor. I'm like, what's going on in the county? That's some country shit. So it goes like city to like Amish shit almost. Or I guess not Amish because they can't use tractors. But like it was some farm shit. This was a country motherfucker calling himself a county dude. And it was interesting to get to know the dynamics between it and stuff like that. Also city people, they've got a great accent. I love it. There's the Baltimore accent is very to and you is more like they pronounce you so funny to me. And it's also like black people Baltimore accent, and then there's like this white people Baltimore accent, which is a little bit more like if you follow Stavros, the comic, he's a very well-known stand-up who also is like super huge Ravens fan. He does a character after every Ravens game with a rant, and he's called Ronnie. Or if you watched We Own the City, which is a Baltimore show about the cops in Baltimore being corrupt as fuck, there's a dude named Wayne Jenkins. That's like a white Baltimore accent. Then the black one is almost like Snoop, or anybody from The Wire really that had the Baltimore accent, but like Snoop from The Wire had like the most thorough one. Interesting little pocket of America. I will say that. And the show is dope. And then the next day, you go to the tailgate, and I'm fucking with the people. And at the end of the day, good people. Like again, I think that they're like the AFC North fan bases are all kind of similar. They all have even Baltimore has 2 Super Bowls, but definitely chip on our shoulder. I feel like it's a city that always feels disrespected because it is. Um, I don't know anything about the Wire other than Baltimore. Or I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Baltimore other than the Wire. Right? Like I don't know anybody from Baltimore. I've never. You never even think about Baltimore other than through sports, through the Ravens and the Orioles, maybe. Like it's just not a thing. I got a good homie. One of my best friends in comedy, Anwar Newton, is from Baltimore. I don't ever think to ask him anything about it. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. It's not top of mind city. Okay? But the tailgate, you get to know these dudes. They're chippy, dude. For sure. A lot of big the Baltimore look is definitely just white dudes with mustaches. And they're they're some scrappy motherfuckers. I will say that. But overall, good people. Like that's a skill set of mine too. Is diving into enemy territory. I wouldn't say I was like intimidated, but I'm always like very conscious of how to tread in those situations because I don't want to get into a. There's some people out there's. I was 22, 23 before too, and like if you told me you were a Steelers fan, I've been like, dude, fuck you. And I wouldn't have even thought about it. I would have probably it could have led to a physical altercation that I was probably gonna lose, but I would have still stood my ground and been like, yo, fuck the Steelers, talking cash shit. So you never want to get into a situation where you're getting disrespected like that because I'm also not gonna be disrespected, but I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm not gonna lead with disrespect. That's the way to. The thing that that's a good way of life. Write that down. If you're trying to be disrespected, don't be disrespectful. All right. Fucking put it on a T-shirt. Send it to your mother. But I yeah, I was kidding. I wasn't like treading super lightly, but I was definitely trying to. I was in enemy territory. So, but the pregame video was fun. There was a lot of times where they were just disrespectful in a way where they definitely just said fuck Joe Burrow a couple times, which I get. He's good as fuck, and I'm sure you hate him. But don't talk about my boy like that. I didn't like that. And also in hindsight, when I'm thinking about these memories flashing back, I'm thinking about what they did to my boy, my poor boy. And I didn't like you're almost like these motherfuckers wish this shit to happen. Fucking Ravens fans. The more I think about it, fuck these dudes. You know what I mean? But the pregame was cool. We got a bunch of we hit like a huge ass barbecue thing. These dudes were shucking oysters, making some fucking chicken. It was great. Good people. And then we walk into the game, and here's another thing too: is we're gonna go to the game. I've gone to every road game so far, and we took the advice of the local. And this dude moved there in September, but he also has been tapping into. They sometimes think about going to the game, so they've like checked out what the prices were and stuff like that. And they were vehement that the game right before the game, the prices will drop because they've watched a couple of the games. It's been beautiful fall day on a Sunday. The Titans were in town recently, and like before the game, you could have gotten a seat in the lower 100s for like 150 bucks, right? So that's what they were going off of. And I'm not, I'm sitting here trying to defer to the local people, but they were like pretty adamant. So I said, all right, let's wait until the game is about to start and get these cheap tickets, through StubHub or whatever it is, SeatGeek. And we kept tabs on it like the whole day, and we were just kind of waiting. It never really went down, but it definitely didn't go up too crazy. So I was deferring to them again. I was like, dude, let's just keep waiting. We were walking. Eventually, the prices are not going down at all. So much so that it's going like uncomfortably up. And I don't want to break it to you guys, but your boy is not very liquid right now. Putting a lot of money out for traveling and renting of spaces. Again, buy the T-shirts, support your boy. My Venmo is at Turner Comedy. I take cash. No, but like I'm not like gonna drop a lot of these games. The most I've spent on any of these games was $50 at the Tennessee Titans game, and I ended up sneaking down halfway or wherever down anyway. Other than that, I've been fortunate to get tickets to all the games. So whether it's through myself, through maybe somebody that I went with or whatever like that, through the team, I got a couple team things. Plugged in, tap in. So, either way, we're walking up to the stadium now, and we're like keep refreshing it and shit like that, dude. it went from like we could have gotten in earlier in the day for like 100 something. It was all the way up to like 350 would have been like the minimum we pay after taxes and fees and shit. So we're walking into the thing and we didn't even attend the game. And you know what? I've attended every other road game this year. You know, I don't, is it my fault? Is this a butterfly effect? Is this what Ashton Kutcher's talking about? I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna level with you guys. I did not attend that game in Baltimore, and having known in hindsight what happened, I'm glad I wasn't in there for that, because I would have been so fucking mad. And we end up having to go to a bar close by, and we watched the game. I remember I forgot I was in a Jamar Chase jersey. I went up to the bar. Literally, I was like, I was there for 5-6 minutes, and I was like, I don't think they're gonna ever serve me. I forgot, I completely was like not thinking that I'm just still very much in enemy territory. Also, at least in the stadium, there's security at the stadium and shit like that. In a bar in Baltimore, there's, you gotta, that's enemy territory. Pulling up in a Bengals jersey in a fucking bar in Baltimore during the game, Thursday Night Football, big swing game. Also, we had at this point, there was the first quarter, Joe Burrow was healthy, slinging the rock down the field, up 10-3 or up 10-7 or whatever we were. But I did get 2 drinks. I got 2 because I didn't want to deal with it again. And then I proceeded to watch as within the next like 5-10 minutes, Burrow got tackled. He's out with the fucking hand injury or whatever it looked like. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize he's not going to come back in the game. And then you realize you're probably going to lose that game. And then you realize you're going to be 0-3 in the division. And 1-5 in the conference. And things aren't looking great. And then you lose by a couple of scores, even after there was a couple of pretty bad defensive penalty calls, and fucking you get they're just like the refs aren't working in your favor at all, and you're sitting here like, if this could have swung another way, could Jake Browning have done this shit? I don't know. I will say you one thing: we got a backup named Jake Browning, Joey Burrow, pass off to Jake Browning, JB to JB. I'm in on that. He's a Washington quarterback, Washington Husky guy, Pac-12. I'm in on that. Even though as a conference they've shit on my soul and completely fallen apart, and now I'm in the Big 12. Fuck you for that. But I do still support. I still got love for Pac-12, the memory of it. He looks not bad when he throws it. Also, here's my other perspective: is like, who's got a quarterback situation that's good in the NFL other than Mahomes and Hurts right now? And, like, I guess Jacksonville. But, like, Allen, you know what I'm saying. There's a huge drop-off. A lot of people don't have their starting quarterback in the NFL right now. I think, like, 10 teams have the guy in their starting position that started the year. Like, either their guy sucked and they switched it out, or there's a fucking Aaron Rodgers situation. Look at the Giants, fucking the Falcons have switched it out. The Saints have switched it out. Nobody's got the fucking guy. And then some people have the guy, like Herbert in San Diego, and they fucking suck. Also, don't get me started on that guy. People always saying, I'd rather have Herbert over Burrow. Fuck you. Is the jury out still? You kidding me? The guy's not a leader of men. He's got a more talented, as good of a team that Burrow has had in any year that he made these conference runs. Lock it in, Herbert. I don't want to hear these fucking people talking about that. But, I don't know. Is Jake Browning could be the fucking 13th best quarterback in the NFL by the end of the year. I don't know that can't happen. There's a bunch of shitty quarterbacks in the fucking. You tell me he's not better than Tyler Heineke? He couldn't be better than Jameis Winston. Fucking yeah, I know he's better than Danny DeVito or whoever's slinging the rock in the Meadowlands for the Giants. Or the other fucking Jets, Zach Wilson. I mean, Jake Browning could be, I don't know. He could be better than, he could be after Lamar Jackson. He could be the second best quarterback in the division. Who the fuck did, the Browns got Mario Van Peebles, whatever his name is. And then the Steelers, fucking Kenny Pickett's not the guy. So, also, The Steelers and the Browns ended the game 13-10 the other day. You don't think Jake Browning can score 16 points in an NFL game? You fucking kidding me? I guess what I'm saying is I've gotten pretty irrational these last 3 days. It's been a pretty big whirlwind of emotion since the Joe Burrow news. I'm so irrational. I'm like, dude, Jake Browning might be the guy. All I know is the Bengals are 5-5, and if you look at the divisional standings, they're like right there. And a lot of shitty teams are in the mix. Bad teams. There's part of me that wants this season to just tank and get a good draft pick. But shit, I got to go to 7 more games. Or I got to go to 3 more games, and we got to play 7 more. I wouldn't mind them to be competitive. They can definitely beat the Steelers. Potentially twice. They could beat the Browns later in the year if they don't have Deshaun Watson. It's not like they have an offense that can score more than 13 points or something like that. So it's interesting. We could potentially, I don't know. We could win 4 games, go 9-8. What the fuck? Again, I don't think I even want that. I'd rather them just call it, just punt the season. Try to maximize your draft pick and shit like that. But it's like the one thing about the NFL this year is it kind of sucks. Like, Chiefs-Eagles was Monday Night Football. Good game, competitive game, but I don't know. Was it? Those are the 2 best teams. It was good. It was back and forth in the late in the fourth and all that stuff. It was a quality game as far as competitiveness, but I'm not blown away by either of those teams. I think they got a bunch of flaws, and I think they're also the 2 best teams in the NFL. So it's there's so many 5-5s, 4-6s, 6-5 shit. There's some bad teams. The Steelers are 6-4, I think. That team is not great. And I would say is not good, really. That's a incompetent offense that just keeps scrapping. They just have enough guys on there that can win, that figure out how to win, but they're scrapping by every fucking time. So it's going to be an interesting rest of the year. The football side of it is shit, or potentially shit. I'm obviously sitting here trying to make the most of this, perspective on Jake Browning. And the thing is, I could be right, but I also definitely could be wrong. But we're not going to know until he plays a football game on Sunday. A lot of people are like, oh, he sucked last week. He didn't even know he was going to play, and he had to play the fucking Ravens on a short week. That's tough. I don't think he looked horrible. But he didn't show us what he's going to show us. And so it'd be interesting to see what happens the rest of the year. But the football side of things, it's something that I knew I couldn't control going into this shit. The comedy side of things has been dope. Going to Baltimore, doing the show there for the first time. The club loved me. We'll be back, right? So this is how we grow, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, keep fucking with me. We'll be in more cities next year and shit like that. So, the big picture of this stuff is I need to be able to focus on how fun the comedy's been. That's at the end of the day, my core job is being funny. The tailgate videos are great. Go check the one out from Baltimore. It's the longest one I've done. I thought that there was a lot of, I didn't think there was a lot of crazy moments or anything, but it was a very entertaining. It's like a 30-minute thing of the Baltimore tailgate, and super fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. Good people there. There was a woman that admitted she would probably go home with Joe Burrow and quoted a Kanye West song called Gold Digger. I can't finish what she said, but it's a good time. There was one dude that was from the Army, and it was Veterans Day weekend, and he said he would sacrifice anything he could to touch Joe Burrow's dick, and we're not going to get to see that this year. I thought that was pretty heartwarming and heartbreaking more than anything. But good stuff, though. Check that out. Do that. Otherwise, what was I? So this is one thing that I was trying to do too. I'm always trying to spice things up. I love talking with you guys, and I'm always trying to see what gets me talking a little bit more about things that I enjoy breaking down. And one thing I do like, I am a dude that stays up on things. I try to stay up on things, but I'm also super underinformed on things. And when I'm talking about things, I'm thinking news and shit like that. But I wanted to just tap into some things that I've seen to kind of just fuck around and see what happens and riff with you guys. So, and also cover some things that I feel like I need to address sometimes too, from just being a comedian and shit like that. Like one thing that I definitely want to talk about that people have been hitting me left and right with. My mother just called me today and she asked me if I knew who Matt Rife is, and this is getting crazy. I mean, everybody in their fucking when my 76-year-old mother is calling me saying, "You know this Matt Rife guy?" And the thing is, I do know Matt. I know I'm not. I would no point say like Matt is the homie, but he's honestly he's a homie of mine. And I hope you guys know the distinction between a homie and the homie. But like I've opened for him before, and when he was in Phoenix, he threw me on a couple of shows, and then we linked up. Like it was like 2-3 years ago. I probably met him in Phoenix, and he's always been a very kind dude, good dude, and all this shit. But obviously, if you're thinking about him now, he's like fucking. It's a crazy rise, the craziest rise in comedy I think that we've ever seen, in this social media era. It's definitely because like Schultz rose like this, but Schultz like did it in a completely different way, and also like Schultz did it in a way more drawn out way. It didn't. The time frame of Andrew Schultz's blow up was not this at all, and he's been a New York dog for a long time, and like his approach towards it was completely different. This Rife thing was straight TikTok, Instagram, all that shit. But man, like my mom has an opinion on it. She's talking about how he made a joke. I guess there's a domestic violence joke on the Netflix special that people are up in arms about. It's like, I don't know. It's a fucking joke. Sit the fuck down. You know what I mean? If somebody listens to that joke and goes and hits their wife, who's who you think it's Matt Rife's problem? Shut the fuck up. If it was a joke, it was a funny joke, laugh at the joke. If it's not a funny joke, don't fucking laugh at the joke. You don't get to have an opinion on making the joke. That he shouldn't have made the joke. He should have. I don't know. I don't even see it. If it's not funny, it's not funny. But don't fucking laugh at it then. Don't fucking, But either way, my mother's talking about this. Is what I'm talking with my 76-year-old mother on a weekday about. This comic that tells you how big he is, though. That's huge. That is always the last level of credibility. When your parents are bringing up the person, you're like, all right, this dude's fucking taking over the zeitgeist officially. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched the special. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna watch the special. He's a buddy of mine, but like one thing I say about people criticizing him and shit like that, it's like, yo, he's not making. There's so many different avenues of comedy. There's so many different ways to approach this shit. I am not his target audience. I am not his demographic. I don't need to go seek that out. He can still be a good person to me and shit like that. But like, fucking, I've also watched him knowing that I wasn't his target demo. Again, I've worked with him in Phoenix a couple years ago, and also to paint the picture on that, I worked with him in Phoenix years ago. There were 100 people in that room, and it could have sat 300 or something. Like there was like it probably honestly wasn't even 100, right? And he was in there working his fucking ass off and figuring shit out. And I watched the hour because I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to not like it. This dude's got a fucking jawline like a Disney prince. He is got a great smile. He's got abs for days. He's nice. He's kind. He's like warm-hearted when you speak to him. He cares and shit like that. And I'm like, man, fuck this dude. Internally, you got this is a normal human reaction. And I watched the hour thinking like this is gonna be some whack shit. It wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. It was very honestly and it's like, oh, he's only a crowd work comic. Like all I'll say about his crowd work is it's very impressive. I do a lot of crowd work. I think it's very impressive the way that he handles moments and oftentimes comes up with a very slick-witted, quick-witted way to turn that moment into a very funny and entertaining thing. I think that's not easy to do. I know that's not easy to do, so I do give credit to that. The material at the time when I was watching him was good. I think it was the material on the last special that he dropped on YouTube or something, but like it wouldn't have been stuff on this current one. But it wasn't bad, and I'll tell you if I think it was. I wouldn't say I did. I thought it was good if I didn't think that. I guess. I might not tell you I think it's bad if it's bad, because sometimes I'll bite my tongue on that. But like, this shit was good. Again, but it wasn't something I would pay a ticket to go see. That's not for me. There's a whole bunch of people that's for. It's not. I'm not a 36-year-old white male from Cincinnati, Ohio. Is not the dude that he's this target demo. And if his target demo is a bunch of fucking good-looking young bitches, that's a huge. That's a great plan. I don't know if you guys heard of capitalism, but fucking who we knocking? Why are we knocking people for winning in a time when it's so hard to fucking win? And people say like, oh, he cut a bunch of corners because he looks good and shit like that. Dude, this motherfucker's one of the hardest working people I know, and I know how hard he works. I'm not. Again, like, he's not the homie, but I'm tightly associated with people around him, and I know kind of. I've spoken about him through people that definitely know, and like, I'm always like, this dude works his fucking ass off. It'd be another thing if he was just a fucking lazy dude falling into this shit. But I thought it was interesting. My mother brought him up this week, and a lot of people. It's a bunch of posts. His Netflix thing just dropped. These are hardworking people. Another dude, one of my actual the homie, Trevor Wallace, just dropped a special too, and people are like, oh, he's just a dude that does videos and shit like that on Instagram and TikTok, and that's why he blew up. Again, I lived with him. I lived with him during the pandemic. I moved out here in January of 2020, and I lived with him for almost, I think, just about a year until he moved out. And in that time, he needed a roommate when I moved in. He did not need a roommate when he moved out. And that was only like 12 months, that switch. And again, people are like, oh, he's only got this and that, blah, blah, blah. He just dropped it on Amazon. Go check it out if you need to. But he is, again, one of the hardest working fucking people I've ever been around in this. And somebody that like inspires me to work harder and shit like that. And being able to see that, you're like, this dude deserves everything he gets. And people always, I know I'm more around it because I'm in the comedy industry and I am a comedian. So people speak to me about their opinions on people and shit. It's like, I can't knock the hustle. There's a bunch of motherfuckers in this industry that aren't working hard and just trying to get by. And they are. And they are getting by, actually, and I know how lazy they are, right? And they still stumble into success and shit like that when the hard-working motherfuckers aren't getting it. If you work hard as fuck and you aren't some hack, fucking get yours, Do your thing. I don't give a fuck if it's not for me. Again, and I bring up Trevor because, again, I've worked with Trevor, too. I've seen Trevor's hour. I saw him working on the hour for years, or for at least the last, couple years. And I will say, I'll watch his stand-up, and I'm like, this isn't for me. He doesn't write his jokes for me, for who I am. But he's got a huge audience. There are people that love that shit. And it's not bad. It's just not something that I would ever seek out. That's not the stand-up that I seek out. That doesn't mean that it's like, there's so many other people that have different points of view on it and shit like that. Like, obviously, he's selling tickets for a reason. People fuck with the dude. And he's doing great on tour. He just has been doing theaters. That's the first theater I ever did was with Trevor. He's doing fine. And he's talented, and he's hardworking, and he's one of the most prolific joke writers I've ever seen. The way he can just spend a day writing jokes is crazy. How many things he comes up with in different ways. The way he can write a joke in sketch form, in TikTok form, in stand-up form, all that shit. Super talented. So these dudes give them all the love you can if you want to check their shit out. And if you hate it, fucking comment on it. I don't know if you know how algorithms work, but that shit will elevate it either way. Start a conversation. So those are things I saw this week. Also, I saw people are giving shit to Hans Kim, who's a comic that I know out of Austin, and he wrote a joke about Matthew Perry. And I don't want to repeat his joke. I guess I can. I don't want to tell it like a joke, but either way, he's saying pretty much the joke is that Matthew Perry died alone in a hot tub. Sounds like he could have used some friends. It's a good, clean joke. I reworded it in a different way, but that's pretty much the premise. It's a good joke, solid joke. And then he has a tag at the end. He says it sounds like the opening song of Friends was actually a cry for help. Again, at the end of the day, Matthew Perry just died, and people are freaking out. It's like, dog, what gives you the right to say some shit like that? Do you not understand what the fuck we do? We write jokes. Yeah, he wrote a joke about a dude that died last week. It just happened. That's a great time to do it. That means he just thought about it. That means that's pretty good turnaround, actually, to write that good of a joke in that short of a time frame. Tell it on stage and have it kill. The fuck are we talking about? It was like, it's new, and I only get like crazy about this because it's like, this is like global news. I saw it on the Drudge Report. A buddy of mine's joke is being criticized because he's talking about Matthew Perry too soon after his death. You kidding me? If it's not funny, don't fucking laugh at it. What the fuck are we talking about? Because there's a lot of people probably saying some more fucked up shit about Matthew Perry than that. At least you can sit there and say it is clearly a joke. And it's a well-written joke, too. The fuck are we talking about? Speaking of which, I was up on Drudge Report. What a depressing... I don't know if you guys watch... I don't know how you guys consume news. I always did Drudge Report because it was definitely something that my dad used to read it back in the day. And it's a website that just kind of is a conglomeration of all the news outlets, and they put the best highlights or the highlights of the news on there in link form, so you go to like all these different places. But it also is definitely something that's used more right-leaning, conservative-leaning, and I always was trying to be aware of that because I definitely growing up have been left-leaning. Not to break anybody's heart out there, but I've voted for Obama 2 times. Come on now. And then, but I've been somebody that's been like, so I'm always trying to be aware of the other side of things. So I always like the Drudge Report. But now, I don't know if you, where you get your news, but it is just depressing stuff. Everything is so, just, it definitely feels end of days-ish. And I hate that every headline is that. You just want something about puppies. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to like the Anchorman's opening about that squirrel on a fucking water ski? That's the type of news you need sometimes. I don't need to see. That's what's going on now. Everybody's like, is it the end of the world? It's like, I think it's the beginning of being over-informed. You know, it's like people are like, we're so woke now because we know things. You're awake to information. There's a way to suffer from wokeness. I don't think we're supposed to be this awake. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the film with Hilary Swank and Al Pacino, but like, if you stay awake for too long, you actually start to lose your mind. It's called insomnia. Okay? Robin Williams was the bad guy, I think, unless Al Pacino imagined that because he couldn't sleep. I forget I should rewatch that movie, actually. That was a fun one. But, yeah, I mean, we're just too informed. Every single headline is like, judge says he did incite insurrection. What is this? Oh my God! There's a revolt in this dude's hometown as Getz faces a revolt. Multiple sex harassment complaints over the Newsmax exec. It's just, but then there's some fun ones though. Trying to dive into headlines and give you guys a little bit more perspective on things though. There's one. This is a fun one. Daily Mail has, it's men who benefit most from their looks in the workplace and not women, according to a trope-busting study. That's probably true. That makes sense. Because good-looking dudes, I mean, an ugly motherfucker is not just climbing the ranks. Dudes are vain too. Because an ugly dude, you're gonna continue to make fun of even in the workplace, and they're not gonna have the confidence to get that promotion. You know what I mean? But a handsome man, you kidding me? Men benefit mostly from looks and not women, though. I think that's women. Well, it's tough to say that because they benefit and that one's talking about in the workplace. But women in general, when they have the good enough looks, they don't have to work. So that's a skewed study right there too, because the hottest chicks in the world aren't in the workplace. You know what I mean? They're finger banging themselves on OnlyFans in 4K right now in the same camera that I'm doing right now on the YouTube. Also, side note, sorry that the shit didn't work last week. It was fucked up. I thought it was recording the whole time. Was not. The red dot was going too, so I was kind of pissed. But it is recording right now. And I'm not. This isn't going to be me finger banging myself in the asshole for you. So, sorry to break your balls, but I'm saying the hottest women, like that. That is a fucked study because women benefit so much from their looks in the workplace that they're not in the workplace. So that actually isn't accurate. That's how that's how much women benefit from good looks in the workplace. They've left the workplace. They're taking. They don't even have to. Also, I'm saying you got to finger fuck yourself on OnlyFans. You can just be hot on the internet and have a clothing line because your ass is just so great. That is a thing. I have spent years following these women. I am now in a committed relationship, and I had to. There was literally the first couple of months of being in a relationship. Once you realize you're in this thing, you're like, I gotta clean out these follows on Instagram because I am following somebody that is. I have no idea what her opinion is on healthcare, universal healthcare, but I just love how her ass sits in those jeans, and she posts 3 pictures a week. You know what I mean? And you're just supporting small business as a man, just double tapping and shit like that, giving her the views, elevating her reach. I can't, these are things that you just gotta unfollow these bitches. But they're so hot that they're benefiting. They're not even taking their clothes off, some of these broads. You know what I mean? Shout out to Daphne Joy. She banged and procreated with 50 Cent. Go follow her. I had to unfollow. I was in too deep. But she didn't even have an OnlyFans. She's doing fine. Also, probably having a kid with 50 Cent financially is going to be a good decision. But he's pretty shrewd in the courts, so I'm sure he's not giving you more than you need. What other things when I was looking at? There's a 20-something mayor-elect making history in Indiana. That's crazy. Imagine these mayors that we're rooting for don't even remember 9/11. That's nuts. I can't get behind that. But you know what? I'll have to figure it out how to tolerate this thing. I'm getting older. There's a lot of people that will have not remembered 9/11 in a couple of years. Well, you have to fucking vote for these fuckers. God damn it. Getting old sucks. Speaking of which, it's my birthday week. If you do want, I brought it up earlier. At Turner Comedy is my Venmo, $ Turner Comedy on Cash App. Fucking text me if you want to Zelle me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with something. Your boy's financially strapped, and I'm going all in right now. I'm doing fine, but you guys, I work too hard to do it all for free. Hit your boy up. And I'm going to Hawaii, so that'll be fun too. I'm heading to Hawaii on Friday of this week, and I'll be there doing 4 shows in Honolulu. And then if you know anybody in Hawaii, fucking tell them to pull up. That's what I'm doing for my birthday. Fuck you guys as I get older. Let's see what else is on here. Oh, RFK gets endorsed by NBA and NFL stars. I liked this one because it's like that's my other favorite thing is like how misleading headlines are. Like my least favorite thing in the world is like Fox News headlines. I don't know if you get Fox News alerts. They are the fucking worst. They'll do things like, famous actress dead at 52. It's like, tell me the fucking actress. Then you'll look at it. It's like some bitch you never even heard of. She was on like 2 episodes of Golden Girls. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This one, NBA and NFL stars endorse RFK. You're sitting here like, that's pretty good. RFK getting some big endorsements. And then you look at the stars and it's John Stockton is the biggest name, which is, I'm 36. He matters to me. There was a season of NBA Live that he was almost untouchable from the 3-point line. And then if you didn't want to shoot it with him, you just feed it to the mailman down low. So shout out to John Stockton. But if that's your leading star, he's not a star anymore. This is a 55-year-old dude right now. Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame member Ken Rudigers, who I think is Rudy's uncle, and 3-time North American Enduro mountain biking champion Kyle Warner are all endorsing him. That's not the flex that the headline thought it would be. I don't know if that actually sounds like pretty. That goes from a positive to a concerning. 3 concerning members of sports associations have now endorsed RFK Jr. My favorite thing about RFK Jr. also is how, if you listen to him, I just listened to actually a whole interview with him on Rick Rubin, Tetramagram, Tetragrammaton. Rick Rubin has a podcast. It's on Spotify. Check it out. It's actually got a bunch of good shit. But the one with RFK Jr. was most recently. I dove in because they really break down how JFK definitely was killed by the government, and I love that. If you know anything about me, I actually think we're releasing this episode today, the day that JFK was assassinated. Uh, oh my God, was it 60 years ago today? 2023? Look at that. Because it's 1963. Check out the math on that. It's been 60 years since JFK has been assassinated, and RFK is breaking it all down and shit like that. And then people like, if you think RFK is the RFK Jr. I should say, because shout out to Bobby, the OG. But he then goes into like his vaccines perspective is a little spotty, and then but he's got a lot of like health perspectives that people kind of call him crazy for. They call him cuckoo, right? But it's like fundamentally, I would be shocked if he did blindly trust things that the government told him was right. Because vaccines are technically something that's attached to the CDC, which are government-funded things, the FDA, shit like that. It's all through the government, and unless I'm wrong on that, I think I'm right, but it's all government-associated shit that gets put out to the people. So you blindly have to trust the government that all of these things are right, that all these things are true. You think of all people that RFK Jr. is going to just blindly trust the government? The people that killed his uncle and then probably were pretty linked in with killing his father years later? You think this is a dude that's just like, you're shocked that this guy doesn't blindly follow the government? Are you kidding me? I think they might have killed his fucking cousin in that plane. Some sketchy stuff. Some sketchy stuff. Let's do one more. Why pets don't really bring humans happiness nor improve their well-being. That's the modern struggle. Most people just buy a pet impulsively, or buy a pet, I should say, impulsively. That's probably why. Most of these things are fucking pandemic things. Remember you were like just at home and you thought that this would never end? You probably bought a dog, right? Meanwhile, you couldn't even fucking save a Tamagotchi growing up. Tamagotchi, whatever those fucking things were. Maybe you shouldn't have a fucking pet. A lot of us can't even fucking take care of ourselves in our 30s. I know some really bad people that are just like, I'm buying a dog tomorrow. I'm like, you should learn how to wash your ass first. Because I got a whiff of you last week. It smelled like doo-doo. Okay? Figure that out first before you buy a golden retriever and ruin their life. Does that make sense? Pets don't really bring humans happiness or improve their well-being is the headline. But that makes sense. Because that shit is stressful, and a lot of you are under fucking prepared for that shit. I'm concerned with how many of you guys are popping babies out, let alone fucking raising a labradoodle. You know what I mean? But either way, your boy is going to Hawaii this week. I've gotten a new lease on life. Joe Burrow is out for the year. I need to get the fuck off the mainland, okay? I deserve this shit. I'm aging another year, 37. On November 26th is my birthday. And I've got a beautiful and loving girlfriend that surprised me with a trip to Hawaii. So we're fucking going out there. I got to connect in Honolulu. There's a comedian. He's always said to come out there. I'm headlining 4 shows. Stand Up Honolulu. Friday, November 24th. Saturday, November 25th. Sunday, November 26th. I'm aging. Going to a luau. One of those days I'm snorkeling. Getting to fucking... Hopefully not get stabbed like Steve Irwin, R.I.P. to my boy, and then check out some shit. So if you got some things, everybody's been hitting me with a bunch of stuff. So I'm sure there's a lot of things to see. I'll be in Waikiki for the majority of the thing. That's where we're staying at. So like if there's things that you definitely think I should see, I'm gonna get eyes on Pearl Harbor. You know I got to see tragedy firsthand. But if you know anything that I should be doing, let me know. Beyond that. I know I'm sitting here, I'm bullshitting. You don't have to fucking Venmo me. I'm doing fine. We're surviving. You know what I mean? But if you do feel the need to support me for my birthday or for anything, anything that I've been doing. But it is my birthday. It's a nice time to fucking give back to your boy. TurnerComedy.com. You can get all the merch there. I got the shirts on there, the Road Warrior Tour shirts. I got the Yahmsayin sweatsuit. I got the Road Warrior Tour, pint glass, the hat, all that shit. Go to TurnerComedy.com. If you know anybody in any dates coming up, let them know I'm pulling up. This comedy shit is not going to stop. It's the Road Warrior Tour. I didn't start this shit just to fucking half-ass it because Joe Burrow got injured for the year. I don't give a fuck. We're going to keep pushing. It's the Jake Browning Tour. Let's fucking go. I'll buy a jersey tomorrow. Jacksonville, December 3rd. Pittsburgh, December 22nd. Kansas City, December 30th. All these dates are going to be dope. I can't wait to do them all. My confidence in the football aspect of it and them winning those games has waned. But the comedy shit is going to be dope. So please keep continuing to support your boy. I appreciate y'all. Holla at your boy. And hey, I don't give a fuck how down we look. Who day, baby. All day. Let's go.